Today we'll craft a ridiculously cool looking cutting board from 8 different types of wood. It's not as hard as it seems. Let's get to work. The idea for the cutting board has been inspired by Fisher's shop. Definitely make sure to check out his amazing video on the topic, linked down there in the description. We first start by milling our major lumber part. I'll choose some American walnut. How creative, right? It's not like everyone always uses walnut. And never mind. The process is always the same. First joint one face on the jointer, then plane the opposite square with the planer. After that, we rip one side straight on the table saw and then use the fence to get the other one parallel. Once that's done, I rip my board to size and then we can start pulling some scrap wood out. My first major component will be olive wood, which I fastened to the top of my walnut board using some double-sided tape and some painter's tape. Better safe than sorry, right? Then I proceed to cut a wave pattern on my bandsaw. Now here comes the interesting part. With this initial setup we get 2 different wood types fitting together perfectly through the wave. To make the pattern even more interesting, I'm going to laminate a thin strip of Bubinga Rosewood in between those. And then comes the glue up. Nothing special to say here. All I do is use some C8 glue for better adhesion and make sure that the wave aligns perfectly during the lamination process. Next day rolled around and now we rinse and repeat our process again, this time overlaying our freshly glued up wooden bodies. Once I position it the way I liked, I cut a random wave through both layers again. And after a dry fit, I did some more lamination with Bubinga sandwiched in between one wave and a thin strip of padauk in between the other pair. Next day, let's start it off by milling the glue squeeze out away. And then I started including a new pattern into the mix. I took a scrap piece of black bamboo and cut a strip off on my bandsaw. Then I proceeded to also cut strips of chequer tree and mahogany off of some more scraps. And then I glued everything together. And since I know that all of my viewers have a 420 IQ, I suppose that you know the drill by now. Let's make some sawdust, shall we? With all of that done, it was time to glue our 2 separate woven parts together. That was mostly table saw work, but I made sure to match colors such that the seam between the different wood types was not too noticeable. Hence, I decided to match the walnut sapwood with the lightly colored chequer tree, resulting in a very soft color gradient. We are on the home stretch, finally. That was quite some work for a cutting board. First we mill both faces. Then I pre-sand them using my drum sander because I'm a lazy piece of shit. Rip the board to its final dimensions. Chamfer all edges on my router table. Intermittently sending from an 80 grit to a 320. And last but not least, we butter that bitch up. Well, that turned out amazing. And if you like what you have seen today, why not make sure to sub to the channel for more spicy woodworking content. I post regularly on here, so definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated and also to support the channel a tiny little bit. And other than that, don't forget to check out my shop stamage.eu for handcrafted products. And I think that's about it. I thank you guys for watching, and up until the next video, I wish you guys a flammable day. See ya, and please stay safe. Ciao.